I don't know who needs to hear this, but with everything going on right now, the economy, the uncertainty, and even now the SNAP benefits being cut, I just feel like someone needs this reminder. God still provides. You see, about a couple of years ago, I went through one of the hardest seasons of my life. I used to own a restaurant with my family in Waxahachie, Texas. It was called Doña Yaqui, and we were doing great, but something happened within the family. Something painful, and we had to close the business. And being honest with you, sales were never an issue. It wasn't even business. It was betrayal. And for the sake of my wife and kids, we decided to walk away completely. You know how they say that the family tree also needs to be trimmed? Well, let's just say I trimmed my little branch and I planted somewhere else with my family. But unfortunately, that decision left us struggling financially because that restaurant was our only source of income. And I remember one morning, my kids woke up hungry. And when I opened the fridge and pantry, there was only enough food to make breakfast for them, not for me. And as the head of the household, it hit me. As I was cooking them the breakfast, I could feel the panic attack was like getting up to me. And now I didn't want them to see me in that panic attack. So what I decided to do is I finished cooking the meal, I grabbed the dog and I took her out for a walk. And honestly, that morning, I just started talking to God. During that walk, I was literally just talking to him like, God, I wish you could speak to me the way you spoke to the apostles in the Bible. It's like me trying to communicate with him, right? And of course, it wasn't like a voice magically appeared and started talking to me, but I just finished walking the dog and I went up again. I guess within 15 minutes of that happening, I get a phone call from one of my clients. Well, at that moment, she wasn't a client yet, but she was in the process, but she asked me to meet her at her business. And I don't know why, but I feel like I have this gift that when I talk to somebody, even if it's for the first time, they always open up to me about their lives. And that day, we talked, we cried a little bit, we even prayed about her situation, and she had no idea about what I was going through. So at the end, I gave her a hug, and right after the hug, she looks at me and she tells me, hey, a few days ago, we had a food drive, and we still have a bunch of food left. Do you want to take some? In that moment, I knew God was listening. I said yes, all excited, and she gave me a big box of food. I took that box of food, sit in the car and cried. It felt like God was saying, I got you. But that wasn't all. That same evening, she texts me and she's like, hey, what's your address? I need to bring you something. So she showed up to my house. She looks at me and she's like, look, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I just feel like God put this in my heart. I don't know if you're going through something, if you're struggling, but here. So she handed me a gift card, a Visa gift card for $300, and then 2 gift cards from Chili's of $25 each so that you can go and take your family out for a dinner. And at that moment, I broke down again, right in front of her. I just gave her a hug, wiped my tears, and I was just so grateful because this time I realized something. When you walk by faith, God uses people as proof that He's still working. And that moment changed everything for me. I decided to trust God completely, and since then, He's never failed me. So now when people ask me, Julio, how do you afford this lifestyle? How do you travel the country with your family? How do you visit small businesses, make them a few videos, pray over their business, and still not charge them a dime for what you're doing? I just smile and say, honestly, only God knows, because He's been the one providing every step of the way. Yes, I run a digital marketing agency, and honestly, that helps us stay afloat while we're on the road. But truthfully, every single thing we've built is built on faith, and we're not living full-time off our content yet. That's the goal. That's the dream, they say. But whether we get there or not, I already made God a promise that no matter how much we grow, I'll always keep creating these videos and pray over small family-owned restaurants for free. So if you ever see one of my videos on your feed, please know that every like, every comment, and every share makes a difference. It helps us keep going. It helps more people find these family-owned spots. And it reminds us that we're not walking this journey alone, because we believe with all our hearts that God will always provide.